Thank you very much for the introduction. I hope everyone is able to see my screen of the presentation. So I will continue with a little bit with the topic of Associate Professor Eva Králova and also Anna Gondova from Monument Board in Slovakia. But we are using also at the Faculty of Architecture and Design Factory digital tools for presenting industrial conversions because we find out through our experiences that it's very useful, and that will be topic of this content. So why digital tools? What is digital restoration, and how we are using as a teaching method in implemented case studies. That will be the first part of the presentation, and then I will briefly introduce our Slovak Industrial Heritage chosen for V4 project for this project, and the reason why we chose those seven industrial conversions. Um, digital technologies and presenting of industrial heritage is very close to presenting of architecture, but as we heard in presentations before, industrial heritage is very complex topic, and it's not sometimes easy to present it just in 2D versions of posters, pictures, or even 3D models, because they have many layers. Some of layers disappeared, some of layers are not visible or made it, but they are very necessary for the uh, function of industry. And also many of industrial factories are large scale building and large scale areas, even in landscape or in the city center, and it's not very easy to understand them. So therefore, classic 2D presentation are sometimes not efficient, and according uh, to the theory of Professor Spacek and Keppel from our Faculty of Architecture, which they were invented Sensulor. We are aware of the information that our senses are portals to informations, and just by visual look, we not really remember everything that is necessary to understand, and in the presentations of industrial heritage, even more. So it's by researches, many researches is proved that we remember only 30% of we visually see, 20% of what we hear, and but 90% of what we actively do. So if we combine more senses into our presentations of industrial heritage or educations about industrial heritage, or developing the reconstruction project or conversion of industrial heritage, we have much better success to be more understandable even for public. Uh, what is the digital restoration? There are many options how to restore and bring back even disappeared industrial heritage. Uh, we can use classic virtual reality sets or augmented reality tablets and edit presentation or merge reality. But we need to find out the position and place how the people will understand that in the context, and that context is really important, because just giving VR headset to someone doesn't mean that he will understand well or properly what was the key factor or main concept of the industrial heritage function, or what is the important for the protection, what is the essential of of the of the restoration. Our case study, the first one case study was already mentioned, former refinery Apollo in Bratislava in Winter Harbor, or close to Winter Harbor. which was built in the beginning of 20th century. And already Anna Gondova mentioned that was bombed during the Second World War. Um, and then was moved this refinery behind the city, not directly to the center, but in the center remain industrial zone, which was through years historical memory. The names of the street still remain there, and now it's a very dense area under the construction, but people don't understand the existence of remain buildings there, and they don't understand it properly in the scale. So our first idea in 2019, during the industrial days, together with the Design Factory and Faculty of Architecture, was make a historical research and comparative studies of historical and current stages. So this was the the time in 2015 when was area already empty. Seven main buildings remain there, and it was still understandable. But after 5 years, uh, the skyscrapers started to growing up, and industrial monuments remained in the middle of and without visual content and without look. So we start to organize industrial walk to to teach people and to understand why those buildings were important for which factory, and some of them are already monuments and protected. And thanks to those remain buildings, we can still understand on site in real context the former and original situation. These are the pictures from the urban walk where we were educating people about the history. And behind you can see already the development process of high-rise building. And then we also created the exhibition about the history together with colleague Eva Belakova and the former model of original industrial zone of uh, from the Second World War before bombing. And we find out, we gather too many information, and many people even later ask us to organize again the industrial days. But we didn't have so many time and people to do that, because also we find out many information from industrial talk and former workers and former inhabitants. Uh, and we try to combine all those information into the multidimensional model, where it's better possible to understand the historical situation in the existing and nowadays content. And we made at the Faculty of Architecture in Bratislava, together with students, the prototype of a multidimensional model of this industrial part of Bratislava, where people can see the current situation, what is the development of this area, but also by highlighting and colorful presentation are marked the important former industrial heritage building. The pink color you see, which are already um, listed as a national monument. The orange one are which have the values but not listed yet, and by blue color you can see current development, which is already going in building process. So thanks to this, and also with additional information, people could see in one screen 3D model, additional historical information, current situation, and after that they can visit by themselves and they can better understand and spread this information with other people, and they will understand it properly. And even those buildings which are not destroyed yet, they could protect it and find out better. So this is the methodology how we are trying to teach students, and all the tasks and introduction we are starting with this model, and then later is very easy because they understand it and they can find out it even later. So after that, we find out it was very successful. Even we started with cooperation with the municipality of Bratislava and Metropolitan Institute, and we make this model wider. So from one screen, we have already 3 TV screens with bigger part of Bratislava, also with the historical center and castle, and we can add new kind of information, new additional information which are important not only in the former Winter Harbor, but also in the city center, and we can use the same model for monument presentation, not only industrial heritage, but also the traffic and greenery, floods, the rising and the water, and also for the presentations of students' designs for new development. All those information we as Ivica mentioned, we are trying to teach students in the subject architecture and mixed reality, and we wrote with my colleague Roman Heitmanek the academic book for the lectures, where are those information and industrial heritage cases and protection mentioned. There is one chapter for that, and since that time they are trying to focus also for industrial heritage in each their design studio. So we also made the questionnaire after 2 years of using this model, and the the answers were very positive. So we are trying to develop it further, and we are trying to use the mixed reality and digital technologies not only for presenting of urbanism, but also for presenting of former industrial heritage in interior and in smaller scales. So if I would conclude this part of the presentation, the method of digital presentation of industrial heritage provide efficient information transfer and better awareness of development and educational issues. Um, Reduction of information asymmetry, and the clear identification of problem and objective, direct and indirect education of students, educators, stakeholders, general public participants. Also deeper understanding of the system limits and opportunities. Variety of ideas came to light, which were forgotten before. Increasing of internal motivation of involved people, because everyone wants to work with this kind of model. They didn't have experience before, so it's a very good teamwork already. And higher probability of objective and positive results in particular cases. That's thanks to mainly the cooperation with the municipality, because they also want to use this model for development project and for the presentation for the general public. And it's saving time, energy, and financial costs, because one model can be used for multiple reasons and multiple purposes. Mm, so this is one of the way of using the digital technologies in the urban scale. And another case study, which was also mentioned by Associate Professor Eva Kralova, is digital restoration and presentation of revitalization in Elektrárňa Piešťany. It's a former power plant, was reconstructed in 2014 and is in the city 100 kilometers northern from Bratislava. And I was one of the authors team together with Michael Ganobiak, Martin Paško, and Zuzana Zacharova from Design Factory. And in that time, during the reconstruction process, since 2020, we started also with the cooperation with Associate Professor Eva Kralova with archive research. And we gather many information about history of the building and the current status in 2008. You can see here. And we were searching what was inside of this machinery hall because not any engine was saved. They were gone already 50 years. And that reconstruction started in 2012. You can see some pictures from the reconstruction process. And we Bratislava. So thanks to the experience with the zone Chalupkova and presentation of the um, industrial heritage in the city center, we created in Design Factory with our colleagues also small maps for the visitors. Um, where are those 7 heritage described and marked in the map of Bratislava and described in Slovak and English language, and people could visit really themselves and to find out all necessary information, and also nice sketches from our colleague Eva Bergerova, Helena Bergerova, and um, graphic design of Eva Belakova. So this map is shared and will be shared with everyone on the web page of V4 Industrial Heritage in the end of March, with also information and picture about our 7 industrial heritage. And that's about our 7 heritages in this project. And in the end, I would like to introduce for you upcoming publication, which we are creating together with Associate Professor Eva Králova and Eva Belakova. And we would like to present it in the end of this year on Industrial Days 7. And the name is Architecture of Conversion in Slovakia since 2003 until 2025. 2003 is because in this year was established International Charter of Industrial Heritage, TIKIH, which is very good methodology for not only for protection but also the presentation of the heritage. And this year is 20th anniversary of the first of the Design Factory, first reconstruction of Design Factory former building. So there will be introduction to conversions, history of reconstruction of industrial monument, method and principles for conversions, and mainly examples from Slovakia in practice, around 40 good examples since these times where people can go and which they can visit. So I hope we can make it until the end of year, and really the aim is to inspire how it can be done, because we can see that's possible. So thank you very much for your attention, and if you will have any questions, I will be ready to ask in the end of this seminar. So thank you very much.